What's going on, fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money on the Internet podcast. It's your boy B Mark, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about this mindset of success is the only option. Now, just want to remind you guys that we have the PT Domination event coming up. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, I highly encourage you guys to go to ptdevent.com. We got Lane Norton coming, Adley coming. It's going to be fucking dope. I promise you guys, it's worth the wait. And it's September 20th, 21st, 22nd. So get your tickets. Now, I hear this shit all the fucking time, okay? I hear this shit all the time from online trainers that are thinking about joining my coaching program, from online trainers that are in my coaching program, from people that want to be successful. They see my level of success and they're like, I want to get there. And success is the only fucking option. I hear this shit all the fucking time, right? Success is the only option. How many of you guys have heard that statement come out of somebody's mouth before? Success is the only option. One of the questions we ask when we're thinking about working with a potential client is we're like, okay, so let's just imagine 6 months into the future. And let's pretend that you don't take any action today and that your life stays in the same place and you end up working the same job, making the same money. Your business hasn't grown in the next 6 months. If that happens, how do you feel? And almost 100% of the time, they're like, oh, that's not an option. I'm like, okay. They're like, yeah, that's not an option. It's not going to happen. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then 30% of the time, 50% of the time, those very same people that say, oh, that's not an option, success is the only option, are not willing to go all in on themselves. And here's the thing, right? For those of you guys that think that success is the only option, I really want to fucking kibosh this mindset because everybody can speak empty words out of their mouth, but your actions tell me more than your words will ever say. And so I want you to look at your life right now. I want you to look at the amount of money that you're making per month. I want you to look at your current financial situation. I want to look at like the number in your fucking bank account. I want you to look at that right now. And I want you to think back 6 months from now. So think back to January. Think back to March. Has your financial situation improved since March? Yes or no? Are you making more money now versus in March? Yes or no? Has your Instagram following grown from March till now? Yes or no? Because every single person that's sitting here saying that success is the only option, like I have to be successful, failure isn't in my vocabulary, are the same motherfuckers that aren't studying content, that aren't getting better at content, that aren't in mentorship, that aren't learning, that aren't evolving, that aren't showing up to coaching calls, and then they end up in the same fucking place. And here's the funny thing about life, right? The funny thing about life is that we don't pay attention to the days that are passing, and it's almost like we don't have reverence for the fact that every single day that passes is either one step closer to or one step further away from our dreams. Like you guys, it is August right now. It's almost the end of August. We're almost in September. And for all of you guys that think that success is the only option, that failure is not on the table, I want you to realize that we've already lost 8 months of this year. And you've been saying that you want to be successful for the last 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. And you keep waiting for the right time. You're like, yeah, when my finances are in order, when my kids are in school, when I got more time, when I'm not building this house, when I'm not saving for a down payment, when I'm not. It's all bullshit, all of it. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is results. And I want to know, have you grown? Like in the last 6 months, have you made more money? In the last 6 months, have you made more sales? In the last 6 months, has your Instagram account grown? Because if the answer is no, it has nothing to do with the fact that it's not the right time, that you don't have the finances, you don't have the resources, you don't have the support from your partner, you don't have the support from your body. It has nothing to do with that. And it has everything to do with the fact that you allow your bullshit excuses to get in the way every fucking day. But then you will say words out of your mouth that make you feel powerful, like success is the only option. Failure is not an option. And like for you to actually believe that, if you actually believe that failure was not an option, then you would do whatever was necessary to make your dreams become a reality. Whatever was necessary. You wouldn't be concerned about what time you need to get up in the morning. You wouldn't be concerned about how many hours you needed to put in. You wouldn't be concerned about how much a mentor costs. You wouldn't be concerned about how much time it's going to take. You wouldn't be concerned about how much research you'd have to put into content to actually make it good. You wouldn't be concerned with how many hours you would need to spend studying to master your craft and get better, because you would be putting forth the actions required in order to get success. I think that too many people are so good at talking with their mouth and then not taking any action, because every single time you say success is the only option, failure is not an option, I'm not going to be in the same place in the next 6 months, you just delude yourself and you convince yourself that your reality is going to be different when you're not taking different actions. And Einstein said it best. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting different results. And how are you supposed to build a better life when you're still doing the same shit right now that you were doing 6 months ago? How are you supposed to step into your power and start making $10,000 a month as an online coach so you can take care of your family, take care of your business, take care of your life when you're still doing the same shit that you were doing 6 months ago? How are you going to be the best version of yourself when your mindset hasn't evolved, your skill set hasn't evolved, you're posting the same style of content, you're just getting the same views, your Instagram following isn't growing, you're just putting in the work every day? You're just like the weight loss client that goes to the gym for 2 hours, does cardio, wonders why they're not losing weight. And then they come to you and they're like, yeah, I'm on my weight loss journey. Like, no, you're fucking not. You're on your plateau journey. You're on your stagnant journey. You're on your stay in the same place journey. And literally, like, I can't express to you guys that idea of I'm the same person now that I was 6 months ago literally makes me fucking sick to my stomach. I can't imagine being in the same place in 6 months that I am now. That idea makes me sick to my stomach. And so many of you are just accepting that as your reality. And I'm here to tell you that that's not normal. Like, it's not fucking normal to be stuck in the same place. It's not normal for your Instagram account not to grow. It's not normal for your business not to grow. It's not normal for you not to grow. Like, look at nature, you guys. Like, nature is always changing. It's always evolving. Like, the tree is always growing. And you, as an individual, are connected to everything around you. And so if you look at nature as an example, like, nature is a perfect example of like things always grow, things always evolve. The universe itself is an expansion and you're a part of that universe. And so if you have just subscribed to regular life where you go to work, you get a fucking paycheck, you come home, you watch Netflix, but you just dream about success and you're not putting in the fucking work, like, that's not normal. Despite what society tells you, despite what all of your friends are doing, despite what everybody else in their herd is doing, it's not fucking normal to be in the same place 6 months from now. That is weird. That's fucked up. And it's so funny because when we look at people that we like look up to, people that we respect, people that we want to be like, they're all different than everybody else. You look at the Alex Hormozis, the Gary Vaynerchuks, the Brad Lees, the big dogs, David Goggins. The reason we look up to these people is because they're different than everybody else. But for some reason, you as an individual are looking to blend in. You're looking to fit in. You don't want to stand out from the crowd. You don't want to get too much ridicule. You don't want to get too much attention. And you say that success is the only option, but you're not posting content because you're afraid of what people are going to say about you. You say that success is the only option, but you're not willing to invest in a mentor because you're waiting for the right time. You say that success is the only option, but you're not studying content every fucking day. You get what I'm saying? It's like you have to be different than everybody else if you want to be successful. And every single person that's listening to this podcast, I know for a fact that you weren't meant for a normal life. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here listening to this message, listening to this audio. This found you for a fucking reason. And so this is me telling you that saying success is the only option without backing it up with action is worthless. It's meaningless. Stop talking. At some point, you need to stop telling people what you're going to do, and you just need to start doing it. And guess what? When you do that, people are going to start talking. Who are you to fucking stand out for the crowd? Who are you to speak that message? Who are you to be successful? And most people, what they do when that shit happens, they take that as a sign of like resistance and that they should back down and give up and go back. But like, I take that as a sign that I'm on the right path. Like, if I'm making noise, if I'm getting loud, if I'm being vocal, if I'm saying what's on my fucking mind, of course people are going to like not like it. And I don't want to be like them. Like, I don't want to be a 9-to-5 sheep. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go to work, then fucking come home and watch TV and then do that over again and then pray for the weekend where I can get a day off. That sounds like a miserable life to me. And 95% of people live like that. And you live like that. And you say that success is the only option, but you're not putting in the fucking work that's required to get to the next level. So this is your invitation to stop talking. This is your invitation to start putting in the fucking work. This is your invitation to realize that the only thing that's standing between you and your success is your ability to make a decision to go all in. It's your ability to find the resources necessary to be successful. Is your ability to put aside all the excuses, the procrastination, the justifications, and the reasons that you can't be successful. Because there's people that are less experienced, less talented, less jacked, with less social media followers making more money than you. And the only reason you haven't made it yet is because you haven't made the commitment. Because you're way more interested in talking about how you want to be successful than actually putting in the reps required to make it happen. So for those of you guys that are ready to go all in, for those of you guys that are ready to make a commitment, look at yourself in the mirror and realize it's fucking time. Stop making excuses, stop procrastinating, stop finding reasons why you can't, and start asking yourself how you can. That's it. That's all. I hope you guys have the best day of your entire life. I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.